All right. How are you guys doing? Are you guys cool? All right, cool. Now, yes. All right. I like the excitement. Now, I know what you guys usually do when you're going to write your math exam. You put your math brains on. You get me? Because the math exam is different from the English exam. You get me? So what I want you to do, I'll give you 2 seconds to put on your math brain on. You get me? Because these guys will require that. Do you understand? All right. Welcome I don't know what to call them, our people, our panel this evening. Put your hand together for Luando. Luando is here. All right. Good stuff. Put your hands together for Zenzo. Zenzo is here. Put your hands together for Boneka. All right. And then, because he's the last, it doesn't mean he's the best. All right. Put your hands together for Beston. All right. Yes. Okay, cool stuff. As you can see, this is going to be a hectic one. It's going to be a hectic one. So, it's going to be a hectic one. So I think we're going to get right into it. They know the rules already. I don't need to repeat the rules so that they'll have enough time to go through. As you can see, they've been, let's go through it. So the first question is should the church be involved in political matters? Should the church be, because I believe as we are all about the kingdom, right? Should we be worried about Ramaphosa's country? Okay, I think I'll start with Beston on that one, since he was the last one to come out.
No. I don't think so.
All right.
Reason being, I think the church and the state should be separated. Reason being, in cases where the church and the state are one, we then, we how can I say, we police, let me say, religious practice. So now you're told from what time to what time, for example, to pray, because it will eventually evolve into that. We're now controlling what it is you can and can't do, as an expression of your faith. And the moment we're doing that, we're now, overstepping people's, free speech and freedoms and just expressions of their faith. So we already have case studies for this, for example, where I can give an example for like a Muslim state, where the people don't have the freedoms to express their faith in a specific way. They're told how things should be working.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'll ask Zenzo whether he agrees on your perspective on the matter.
I disagree.
Okay. All right.
I disagree because it's not right.
Oh.
No, not just because of that. The main reason why I disagree with basically pushing the church out of making decisions is because when left to their own devices, we've seen in many countries that they tend to destroy the country and they do it very quickly. And what happens is that they start basing everything on the opinions of people. The opinions they're protecting when they say, let's separate state from church, those opinions become the foundation of the country. Now, when opinion is the foundation of the country, that is the quickest way to have a cracking foundation. And once the foundation cracks, you have no country left behind after that. So it is dangerous to push the church and the word of God out because your foundation will always be shaky.
Okay, I think Boneka is,
back up my fellow team member. From the scripture, Beston, the Passion, it says, I give you the name Peter, a stone, and this rock will be the bedrock of my foundation. I will build my church, my legislative assembly. So the church is actually the legislator.
Yeah.
The fact that we've allowed government to actually take our jobs, that's what we need to, because it says my legislative assembly, we need to be the ones that are legislating at any point.
all right. Luando, you've been quiet.
It depends. Because
Yeah.
in order Listen, so it depends. The reason why you have to be established first in order to have influence. So if the church hasn't acted in South Africa, if the church hasn't acted in South Africa, then the church cannot be trusted. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To have influence. So, but in South Africa, it's a different case, because if you're not established, that means you don't even exist. You see what I'm saying? You actually don't even exist. So how then do we work with you if you don't exist? And one thing that establishes us is when we start acting. Jesus would mean nothing if he never acted. So now this is the thing, but it's a different story in South Africa, because the church from 1650s, when you look at a person like the first, I call him the first missionary, George Smith. What happened, he started going to where the closest was, teaching them how to speak English, how to write and all that. That the other European people, they took him back to Europe because they didn't want him to do that. And he presented the church. So right there, the church was established. So looking at the founders like Pixel Iseme, the founder of ANC, and Alfred Mangena, Dr. John Langalibale Dube, coming up to Mandela, all those people were educated by the church. So the church should have more saying in this country. Now this is the thing, but
Pastor, yeah, I think
You're on our side.
Like,
You're on
yeah.
our side.
So you're on
Preston,
our
you're
side.
alone.
That's it. Thank you.
Yeah, we get you though. We get you. I see
Wonder.
I see you are maintaining the Xhosa kingdom
It's
in
not
Joburg.
that.
All right. Here's the next one. I think I'll allow Boneka to open with this one. I think it's one of the topic that's a lot of people have been talking about in the nation. Should the government give out universal income?
No.
Oh, why?
She's
Like,
done.
you know,
She's done.
like-
That's it.
Like,
Oh, you want me to explain?
Yes,
Sorry, I just
like,
thought I
no.
was answering the question.
okay, can you elaborate on your
Oh,
answer?
okay.
Yes, there we go.
No, anything you don't work for, you don't value. And that, look at the government grants, look at young teenagers having babies just to receive the 350 Rand grant, forgetting that that child will cost way more than that. Anything, I mean, there were countries where during COVID, they just gave out grants, government grants, and now people are not prepared to go back to work. And we know what the Bible says if you're lazy, you won't eat. And I think we need to follow that.
Okay. Luando, do you have any additional historic elements to add up on the topic at hand?
I would say no.
As well?
Yeah, no.
I think it's a Xhosa thing, isn't it? You guys just don't want us to...
I would say no. The reason why is because when people, they start shifting from the very thing that they're obsessed with, so the very thing that gives them meaning, what happens is that they start being obsessed with things like gender. Do you understand what I'm saying? With things that are meaningless, that divide community. And you see in Genesis how God made us to actually work. So the moment we move away, we shift from work, we start, being obsessed with wrong things. And there's a culture that's being created where people now are being lazy. You see what I'm saying? And that's why you will find that people now, it's like poverty. When they're lazy, what happens is that they're being obsessed with evil things. You see, so there's division that takes place within a society. But at the same time, I just want to say, King Martin Luther, I hope I'm saying his name right. He said something, I was listening to one of his speech. He said something, he said, communism to some point highlights a serious problem that we have in our community, which is, yes, other people in our society, they're struggling. So that, though he said you cannot be a Christian and be a communist at the same time. You see what? Because these struggles are there. You know, I was raised by my grandmother. It was 6 of us.
Well, can I just oppose?
I'm
Looks
not done.
Yeah, I know you're not done, but I feel like you're going off topic there. I think there are people in our country that will do well having a certain amount given to them, just to go on.
That's where I'm going to. That's where I'm going to.
Yeah, but that was the main question. I feel like you brought in an American prof that didn't like communism. What else? China seems to be doing well. Mr. Zenzo, let me just go on to someone else. Mr. Zenzo, I don't know what is your 2 cents on that one.
Okay, so we're talking about universal
Income?
income.
For people in university. Universal for people in university. I kid.
Why
I'm
does it
just
sound
kidding.
like Lwando tends to be agreeing with us? I feel like we're not debating anything here. Lwando just agrees with us. Lwando, can you stop agreeing with us? We're trying to debate with you here. All right. So, okay, in terms of universal income, I feel that it will be a problem nationally because a lot of people will become despondent. They won't put as much effort as they used to put when they knew that they are working their way up the chain, up the ladder towards something. But if they feel like, you know what, whatever I do, I'll just get the same, people will just sit on their hands. And you can see it between state-owned enterprises and the private sector.
Well, can I just bring a bone into the dog fight? Because these dogs are just, it's like pit bull going, never mind. So I'll just throw this at best, right?
Yeah. So
I
since
mean-
I'm the one disagreeing with everything.
No, just wait. I'll just throw this in. Wait. I'll just throw this in and then you can give me the answer, right? I think a lot of people don't go to church because they have to go to work, right? Yeah. Don't you think that maybe if people had income, they will have more time to do God's work?
I would agree with you because with that, I think especially with universal basic income, I would say yes to it because we're taking a specific subset of data whereby there's the negative aspect of it that we are magnifying. People getting lazy, people getting despondent. But there are cases where caregivers, for example, there are people who don't have the ability to work. There are elderly people taking care of children that cannot work. That would be able to use this. This also would improve the quality of life for many people. Yes, who can't afford healthcare, who can't afford, just quality of life things. You know what I'm saying? To improve mental health, physical health, because people can now go.
Objection.
People can go to doctors.
Objection.
Cool, wait.
People can afford doctors.
Hold on, okay. Comrades, we are getting this panel.
People
Switch off the lights. Switch off the lights.
This
They can
panel.
afford healthcare now.
All right, so we're gonna go to the next one.
Lights off.
This is the last one for the night. All right. Should a man have a saying in a woman's decision to have an abortion?
Yes.
Okay, would you elaborate?
Yes. Well, even I feel like the man, as he's involved, in the reproduction process and stuff, I feel like even the decision to abort, the man plays a large role in this. Because the woman maybe even decides whether to keep it or not after seeing whether this guy will be able to take care of the child or accept the child. So we already play a factor, whether we say anything or not. That shows the importance of this already. So I think, especially for the future of a child, you get what I'm saying? There's another human being we're bringing forth into the world, and he played a part in this human being coming into the world. He should have equal say in whether this child is aborted or not.
Okay. All right. Mr. Lwando, I think we'll just go like this and we'll end with Zenzo because his first letter is the last letter in the alphabet.
Definitely, yes. The reason why, it's because the moment sex is a covenant. So which means the moment you have sex, you have actually agreed to the responsibility of having a child. And in fact, when you look at the whole process that takes place within the womb, So how two chromosomes, they combine. You see what so now you have, so right there, there's actually an agreement, a harmony between the information from the guy and the information from the woman. You see, so for me, it's actually obvious. And it's amazing how the government can tell you to abort your child, but the man that you slept with to conceive a child cannot have influence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, but when you said chromosome, all I heard was scrutiny. I was like, it's fine. All right, so Boneka is the woman. I'll just add that the woman is the one who carries the child. The woman is the one who goes through
Correct.
everything
And
that needs to happen in
Exactly.
order to produce.
So I say my body, my choice.
You said what?
My body, my choice.
All right, cool.
Patrick, I want to debate that.
Wait.
Yeah,
man
let
is
him
chance.
debate.
Yes, you
Means
are. Yes,
anti-
you are.
let him
All
debate.
right.
You had your chance.
All
Can
right.
I debate this one?
Can you elaborate on that? Can you
After
like?
church is after church.
Can you like? Yes.
It's a debate. I'm putting it out there. A debate means we do not agree. I don't know. Maybe we missed that. Let's just define what debate is. So to just make sure to say why I'm standing on the point that I'm standing on. I think as a woman, I have a choice to decide.
You have a choice to decide.
Yes. And I know there's chromosomes. I know there's,
Scrutinies.
scrutinies.
Yeah.
But listen, I'm glad you decided to come with me on the journey, but now here we are on the journey. I take it. If you can do something about it from here, then come through, but I know you can't. It's now my body, my choice.
Okay. Okay. Brazil.
Luando's not happy, but it's fine.
What? What did you say?
Luando's not happy, but it's fine.
Oh.
Okay, so let me paint you a quick picture, right? So have you ever had a situation where two people are arguing about something? Like now, if I'm one of the people arguing in this situation, and then a third person comes in, right? And then they jump in. They also want to say something. What I do is that for the first 7 seconds or so, I listen to what they're saying. If they don't agree with my point, I tell them, shut up, what do you know about life? But if they agree with my point, I most certainly let them speak. Now, let's put it here in this situation here. The people who say guys must have a say, they will be happy if guys agree with where they stand. When they say the men must have a say, they are hoping that the man, when he speaks, he's standing on the same side that they're speaking on. So if people agree, let's say we're talking about people. Let me finish. Let's say we're talking about people that say, you know what, a man should have a say, right? But those people also stand on the point of she should not abort. Then this man comes in and he has his say and he says abort. You know what they'll do? They'll fight against the woman and the man.
I won't.
That's what they'll start doing. That's what.
I won't.
So when you're pregnant, you won't do that.
I can't be pregnant. I can't be pregnant.
All right. So I'll
just
just.
to now say,
Yes.
because
I was
the
supposed
second
to-
I
you
said,
gave- you gave another chance, Mr.
the
Patrick.
second
Just
I
hold on.
said,
Yes, we're coming
my
to you
body,
now.
my choice, everybody in the room assumed that my choice would be to abort the child. But I didn't say that.
Oh.
Do you get what I'm
Yep.
saying? I just said
I didn't assume
my
that.
body, my choice. You didn't.
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I didn't.
Based on the deal.
I didn't.
Yes.
Okay, just hold on.
No,
just hold
I
on.
didn't.
Let's give Lando has
Lando,
something in his heart for the next 30 seconds.
In fact, I have a question. How come a woman has a choice when it comes to her body to abort a child, but as a guy, I don't have a choice to take drugs? When they found me taking drugs, they put me into prison.
But you still take them.
Yeah, you still take them.
You take your
I
drugs.
have
Why
stopped.
even though
stopped.
even though I take them, I'm still not allowed.
your
I'm
supply-
punished.
Your supply
punished.
gets into trouble. You go to rehab.
Wait, you go to. All right, okay, guys, give our panel a hand of applause.
No.
I think we'll end that
No,
one
we're
there.
not done.
Wait, no, we are done. I see where this is going. There's a rabbit hole somewhere here, and all right, cool stuff. So you guys, you can go off. Thank you very much. Give them a round of applause as they walk off.